Town of Pierson regular council meeting for November the 12th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. will now come to order. Vaughn, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Mayor Samuel Bennett.
Here.
Vice Mayor Robert Greenland.
Here.
Councilwoman Lenny Richardson. Here. Councilwoman Brandy Peterson. Here. Town Attorney Christian Waugh.
Here.
Town Planner Mark Gray.
Here.
Thank you, Vaughn. This time I'd like to ask our new mayor's brother, Jerry Hunter, if he would give the opening prayer for the meeting here tonight.
Yes, pray with me, please. Our gracious and loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your many wonderful blessings to us. Father, we thank you that we live in a country where we can elect our own officials. Father, we especially thank you for the most precious gift of your Son, Jesus Christ. Father, I ask tonight that you will be with those who make the decisions here in this town. I pray that you guide their debate and their discussion. And I pray, Father, for a unified spirit among them. Father, bless them what they do. Bless us, Father, and what we do to support them. And Father, we ask and pray all of this in the wonderful and precious name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Amen. Thank you. Stand for pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One and only item on this agenda is item number 4. If there are any addition or deletions at this time for the minutes of the regular council meeting for October the 22nd, 2024, that are there any changes at this time?
Move to approve.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by our Vice Mayor Robert F. Greenland for approval. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Lenny Richardson. Ready for the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So carried. That basically is it for the agenda, and I wanted to have an opportunity to start off by saying that isn't it great to live in this great republic where we have elections from Washington all the way to the small town of Pierson. And I want to take this opportunity publicly to congratulate Gray as coming on as our new mayor, and I wish the town great success. I actually had called Gray. I had talked with the supervisor of elections office that evening of the election, and there were 12 votes separating us, but then they shared that there was over 2,000 absentee ballots countywide. Well, I said I'm probably going to retire for the evening and I will check in the morning. Well, when I checked it in the morning, Greg had picked up another 10 votes, so for a total of 22. So, and so I wanted to, so I called Greg. I think you were having breakfast and congratulated you that morning. Also, I wanted to, Jimmy, I think Jimmy's here. Jimmy, congratulations on your upcoming new term, and I wish the both of you success and the board, and especially with the prayer that Jerry said that my prayer is that y'all can work together for the business of the town. In closing, I just would like to say that it's been an honor and privilege to serve here in the community of Pierson. This is a great place to live, and if there's anybody here that's thinking about wanting to move, this is a great place to come and raise a family and to live. It's a great place. And so I hope that the council will continue to make progress. I know that we have been blessed with this this new campus, and I know that this board and I have been working with the Volusia County Library System. We'll be having a new library that's going to be coming hopefully soon. And I know there's been mention about we have spent some money up here. I think it's over $200,000. But just for point of information, this campus, when we went to have it appraised for insurance, it appraised at it was either 4.4 or 4.5 million. So this has been a good investment for the people in the town of Pierson, and historically, it's nice that this has been preserved. Well, enough to be talking about that. We've got some new board members, and so not to labor any further, again, thank all of you for coming, and may God bless this town and the whole county and our nation. Being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
Well, you're on the agenda, so, I mean, it says call meeting, town clerk. I don't know what time it is. It's 6:37.
Town of Pierson will call this meeting at 6:37. Roll call, Ryan.
All right, Mayor David Gray Leonard. Here. Vice Mayor Robert F. Greenland.
Here.
Councilman Jenny Anderson.
Here.
Councilwoman Lenny R. Richardson.
Here.
Councilwoman Brandy Peterson.
Here.
Town Attorney Christian Wall.
Here.
Town Planner Mark Corrett.
Here.
And Lon Meyer, both present.
Okay, now for the oath of office. Leonard. We will be official.
Right hand on there, sir. And repeat after me. I do solemnly swear and affirm
I do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United
the
States
Constitution and government of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and the ordinances of the town of Pierson,
and the ordinances of the town of Pierson,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties as mayor
the duties as mayor
for the council of the town of Pierson,
for the council of the town of Pierson,
on which I am now about to enter.
of which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Now the oath for James Anderson.
solemnly swear and affirm
I do solemnly swear to
that I will support,
I will
protect, and defend
protect
the Constitution and government of the United States
the United States
and of the state of Florida.
and of the state of Florida.
That I am duly qualified
And I am duly qualified
to hold office
to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
and the Constitution of the state
and the ordinances
and the ordinances
of the town of Pierson,
of the town of Pierson.
and that I will well and faithfully
And I will well and faithfully
perform the duties as councilman
and perform duties of councilman
for the council of the town of Pierson,
for the council of the town of Pierson,
which I am now about to enter,
which I am about now to enter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you very much. I'm a little rusty on my parliamentary procedure. This time, I guess we can proceed with the agenda.
Yes.
The first thing on our agenda is to the nomination of a vice mayor. And I would entertain anybody's motion to nominate someone for the vice mayor.
I move to retain Councilman Bobby Greenland.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are we ready for the question? All those in favor of retaining Robert F. Freeman as our vice mayor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Item number 5, we need to set our regular council meeting hours and time. Is everybody still like it the way it's been?
I'm fine with 6:30.
Second and fourth Tuesdays at 6:30?
Yes,
Anybody that want to change that? Everybody's of the same opinion?
I move to keep the meeting times of the second and fourth Tuesday of each month, starting at 6:30 p.m.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Thank you. We come to the time of reappointment of council committees. And I think we have 7 different committees here to look at. I'm not 100% sure how we're supposed to go about doing this. I think we do it through a discussion and a vote on who it's supposed to be. So the first one coming up is the airport. Do we have anyone that would like to nominate somebody for the chairman position for the airport?
I would like to make a statement that I would suggest that since our former mayor was chairman of that committee, I would suggest that you take it.
I would be happy to do that. Do we need to vote on that? Or is everybody?
Y'all could go through it first if you wanted,
Okay.
figure it out, because it may be that one of y'all change your minds about something depending on the discussion later on.
Okay.
Randy, do you want to get on here too with Lenny? Or, I mean, I don't mind staying on it. I mean, or Jimmy, you want to jump on that?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and speak that I'm fine with the ones that I'm on right now
Okay,
to stay the same.
okay.
That's fine with me, if that's fine with y'all. And,
And so
Yep.
we're gonna leave the airport as it stands with the mayor as the chairman and then Miss Councilwoman Richardson and Vice Mayor as on. That sounds good with me. And you want to just go through all of them, Mr. Vice Mayor, Parks and Recreation?
yes,
I mean,
yes, yeah, that's,
I personally don't, I don't want to be the chairman of everything,
I'll be the
Really?
chairman of Parks and Rec.
but that would be great.
okay, yeah, that'd be good.
That would be great.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Then why don't we put Jimmy on there as well?
Okay, I mean, if he's willing to do that, that would be wonderful. So we'll have Brandy as the chair and then Vice Mayor and Jimmy. Okay. And as, when we get to the water, I think our Vice Mayor has definitely got the experience in that field. Personally, I would like to see you remain on, Bobby, as our chairman on the water board. I think you do an exceptionally great job of that. And you definitely have a lot more, you got a lot more knowledge than I do, because I don't know anything about it.
I'll be glad to serve as chairman on the
Okay.
board.
And I would not mind serving on that board in the place of Sam Bennett, because I need to learn about it, and it would be a good way for me to do that, if that's okay with everybody.
That's fine with me.
So we would keep the chairman and keep Lenny, and then I would take Sammy's place, or Sammy Bennett's place. And moving on to finance. I'm up for anybody's suggestions on this.
Eddie, you want to be chairman of finance?
I don't care.
If you would like to do that, I think that
That's
would
fine.
be good. And then we can keep the remaining members of that committee as they are.
That's fine with me.
And then we come down to the streets. Are you still
I'm
comfortable
okay
with
with being the
streets?
chair on that too, if I need to. If anybody else wants it, you can have it.
No,
But I'm okay with that.
I'd put Jimmy on that for sure, if you want,
Yeah.
if you take it, Jimmy.
I wouldn't mind being on that committee, and leave Brandy as the chair, and then Jimmy and then I can be on it under Brandy.
There you go. That'll work.
And on the civil defense, police, animal control, and public works director.
No, public works is separate. Police, fire, and civil defense.
Okay, when I'm looking at this, it looked to me like they were all together.
Are they together or are they separate?
No, separate.
I thought so.
Okay, the one I have then is
That's interesting.
incorrect.
Yeah, it just looks different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is that something that's outdated that we even need, because that is now farmed out to the county? So do we really need
It depends on what the town council wants. I mean, I think that if the town council, I actually do think there's value in that. And the reason is that it might be wise for sometimes the town council to delegate. You'll always have the town clerk and the deputy town clerk, but it might be good to have someone to delegate the relationship to. You know, someone on point with the sheriff's department, someone on point. You know, we do have an emergency management. You know, who's going to go and represent us with emergency management?
That would come under the civil defense.
It does for me. I mean, that's the way I look at
I think
it.
to have somebody for the police, fire, and civil defense is good because we're not actually the ones doing the police work, but we need somebody to deal with, or as a contact person with the agency. And that's kind of the way I look at it.
Relationship with the fire marshal, that
Exactly.
kind of thing.
And I think the mayor should have that position.
Okay, I'd be happy
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do that. And
And then as far as public works, I think we should keep the whole council. As, you know,
I think
any one of us see something, you know.
I think that the whole council should be able to have public works take care of something if there's a problem. As long as we don't interfere with one another, and I think it's been working out fairly well. So I agree with that.
In a couple of our employee workshops, we've talked about doing a schedule, a 2-week schedule, and we approve it. And each week, each couple weeks, we kind of know what they're supposed to be doing versus what they're doing. Or if you have an emergency, of course, I'm agreeing too that we should all be able to contact them.
And has that workshop actually taken place, or is it something that's still coming in the works?
We still need more workshops.
And I think that's a good idea.
Because, we've kind of always said, well, everybody's like, the boys ain't doing nothing. Well, they might not be doing nothing that we know about, but somebody else might have told them to, you know.
Well, I think our guys are always busy doing stuff. And you know, I hear people say, we don't ever see them and all that. Well, I do see them quite a bit, and I think they stay pretty busy. There's only 3 of them to take care of a lot of stuff. Like the other day, I don't know how many people know about it. They had to fix that leak at the Little League field or T-ball field, whichever one it was. And so a lot of times they're doing those things. But I agree with Bobby. Just sort of come under the guise of the council. And under those guidelines, does anybody like the day-to-day contact with guys that might check?
If I have to do something, I just ride by the barn and see them.
Okay.
Right.
I don't think the guys need somebody to babysit.
No, I don't either.
I think the guys knows what they got to do. They don't need somebody holding their hand. If they got to have somebody hold their hand, then we don't need them. And every one of them is good.
They all are, and they've all been.
Y'all got to think about how much each one of them does for the town, where these other towns has got somebody doing the dog catching, the water, the street, the tree trimming. Our guys has to do it all. And I think they've done good for the town of Pierson.
Okay, so as far as then for the public works, we're just going to say that it falls under the council as a whole.
Yes, I would leave it like that.
Okay. And then it comes down to the last item, which is our natural resources. Yeah, did you have a question?
I was just gonna ask for Christian's opinion on that one. The only reason I ask is because in our employee handbook, which is not on the agenda, but I've given everyone a copy of to review, a lot of references to Public Works Director. In other words, you go to them for days off, you go to them for, so in other words,
You're making
the
decisions.
entire council, you know. So is that gonna conflict with that?
Well, so just as a legal point, setting aside the committee for a second, the town council, and I know I've had conversations with most of you at some point individually about it. You know, an individual on the town council doesn't theoretically have actual authority to go tell people in public works what to do. That's for you guys to figure out among yourselves, and then the direction is implemented. But of course, y'all can chat and you know, if you see something, say something, that kind of thing. Traditionally, we have had a public works director though in Pierson. And traditionally, the public works director has given pretty much instructions. And the reason is that the town council has delegated that to one person, Irby or the prior mayor or something like that. So it's up to you, but if the town council itself, if no individual is going to be selected, then it sounds like what you're saying is you're wanting to give each person individual authority to direct. I don't think personally, just from a legal perspective, and maybe that's not what y'all are intending, but that worries me because at some point you are going to conflict with what you're telling them at some point. So
I personally, I mean, I'm gonna go with the will of the council. But I personally believe that we do need a public works director that kind of has a hands-on with what's actually taking place. And that public works director can work with all the other council members if they see something that needs taken care of, then that can obviously be taken care of. That's my opinion. And whoever that public works director, whoever's chosen for that position, I think that we do need one person to talk about things like Christian was talking about, instead of having 5 different people putting in 5 different directions. I mean, all 5 of us might have different things we want to do, but I think it would work better if it was directed through one person, so they have a clear guidance as to what is actually expected out of them.
But out of them years that I worked for the town, we had one guy that was the public work. And if any of the rest of the council had something, they directed it to him. Instead of everybody going and aggravating the employees itself, they went and told them. So, yeah, I think that we need somebody to be the.
I agree.
But that's not that he's in control. He's just kind of a inside man to control things that each one of the council wants done. Sometimes, like Herbert, when he was public works for many a year. You never heard nothing out of him till somebody called him and said something needs to be done. But he didn't call them boys and tell them, go do it right now. He told them when they got time, go and take care of it. And that's the way you should have it.
And to your point, that's going to have to, if y'all do something like that, it's going to have to go through town hall, just because y'all can't communicate directly with each other, right?
Right. But each one of us can have a issue that needs to be taken care of. All we got to do is tell Yvonne or Marcy, and they'll write it down and give, the paper to you to take care of it.
But I think personally, I think it's better to have one person steering the ship than 5 people doing it, because one of the other council members may have something they want to work on. Bobby may have something that he sees that he's doing. I may have something. I think I think they need a direction in one order.
Talk about that with Christian.
Pardon me.
He said, what about him? So do we need to talk about the relationship with Jimmy and the employees?
We can talk about it. What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, with nepotism and so forth, I mean, how we need to handle it.
Here's the legality of this relationship as I see it. So under Florida law, yes. Right. That's right, yeah. And so what the law, the mayor's done his homework. What the law requires is that we avoid, we've got 2 laws at issue. One is what's called the anti-nepotism law, and then the other law has to do with special games, doing favors and stuff like that. So what Councilman Anderson can't do is he can't promote a family member. He can't vote on a bonus when y'all do take that up soon. But to the extent that the relationship already exists, we are not prohibited, and he is not prohibited from voting on matters or dealing with matters that affects public works. Now, if he had family members who left employment with the town of Pierson, and then a year later we wanted to hire them back, we would not be able to hire them back, period. It's not just that he wouldn't be able to vote, we couldn't hire them under the anti-nepotism law. But because they're here, we deal with it as they are, and we don't deprive the people of the ability to vote him in. Does that make sense? So I don't have any issues with Councilman Anderson being a public works director. It's not technically a position of authority I'd want to make clear anyways. Like these committees, you're not making decisions. This is informational. This is, y'all take it upon yourselves to learn this stuff and then come to the council to make decisions. This is where y'all make decisions. So I don't have any problem with it. I mean, and if y'all have any questions, please, it could be thorny, and who knows, there may be votes that come up that we have to think about, but.
I read something in this anti-nepotism law that kind of opened my eyes a little bit, and it's under section D. And basically, it says supervising or assigning work to a relative is not addressed or prohibited by the law. But it talks about supervising. And
you could adopt a policy, but you haven't. There is nothing.
Right. So the way I read it, and I'm not an attorney, but the way I read it, it seemed to me like that the Councilman Anderson was the director of public works, that would not be a problem.
There's no legal
I just wanted clarity.
That was in the back of my mind there as well.
I know more about what the guys has done. I've been here working for 35 years with the town. 24 before I retired.
Well, my thing is that you probably have a better knowledge about where our infrastructure items like water in particular is located, where all our valves are. And
yeah, I'd like to get on the water too. Because I've always had to tell Lewis and them where different valves is. Some of them they can find, some of them they can't.
Well, I think that would be accomplished under the Public Works Director, so to speak. What do you think? I mean, if he needs to tell them where a valve is, as the Public Works Director, he can be able to help do that.
And that's true regardless of whether you're a Public Works Director.
No
You're just the guy who knows.
You know where the valve is. Yeah. So have we've decided that we're going to have Councilman Anderson as our public works director. Is that what we?
Yes.
I mean, I'm asking you guys.
That's fine with me.
So are we gonna just do a 3-person council on that too? Instead of it being town council, is that what we're doing if we're making chairs? So
I think that's what we need to do, yes. So we need to have one other person on that.
I'll be on there.
Okay, that's one. So we would have the mayor and Councilwoman Pierson and Councilman Jimmy Anderson, right? And I think our last item on this, and we can get through this, is our natural resources. Bobby, would you be willing to be the chairman on that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do
that.
And Brandy, would you continue on that board?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we need one other person on there. Would you like to do that, Lenny? Okay, fine, wonderful. All right, that takes care of that. That was, a lot longer than what I.
Now, this we would vote on once, I don't know if the clerks have been keeping track, probably have. There should be a motion, I think, to approve what y'all have just decided by consensus.
All right. So, the mayor will entertain a motion to approve these changes that we just made on our council committee members as we discussed.
So moved.
Motion is made by Vice Mayor Lawson Raymond. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Lenny Richardson. Call for the vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The reappointment of the TPO, CAC, Volusia League of Cities. I'm not sure who is on these committees.
I know
Sergi was on the CPO,
She was on that board.
Volusia League of Cities, right? That probably should be a council member.
It says elected official.
Okay, I would, entertain a volunteer for that job.
Volunteer for what, TPO?
The, League of Cities.
I received a letter from Surgeon today explaining for the Volusia League of Cities to be on there. You must submit a resume, and there's other paperwork that has to be submitted for them to accept you. So that one might be a little more difficult than like TPO or Amigo.
Okay.
But most of the League of Cities members, with the
Are
exception of
mayors.
Sergia and one person at Daytona, are all mayors of their respective towns.
So,
Very good, Mr. Mayor.
I guess I will fill out the, applications or whatever necessary, and we'll go from there then. And, I will, let everybody know, maybe within our next couple of meetings, whether or not I've been accepted into the League of Cities.
The TPO, which one was the one, what committee was that Karen had?
She has the
I
CAC.
think
She has
she's
the
CAC.
She's a
and,
citizen, but
The
we.
CAC?
Yes.
And I did, Karen did call me, and, it's my understanding of communicating with her that she would continue with that position. And, I know she's been going to the meetings, and, I asked her, I said, after she goes to one of those meetings, would she please come back to the next council meeting and let us know what was happening. But she definitely wants to stay on that.
Who's our TPO representative?
I'm
Sue, you're
sure.
not doing that anymore, are you?
Karen took over.
There still has to be.
So Karen is doing the TPO.
CAC.
There's two parts of TPO.
Okay.
There's TPO CAC,
Yes,
which is our
okay.
citizen board,
Okay.
which is what Karen's on, and then the regular TPO, which
It's
There's
elected
three
official.
positions associated with the TPO. TPO is a transportation planning organization.
Okay.
So there is a citizens advisory committee, there's a technical coordinating committee, I sit on that. And then there's the TPO board itself, which is all elected officials. And it goes by population. So the way actually Pierson is represented is your elected official that you appoint to the TPO gets rotated through with the other small cities. So basically you share the small cities like Oak Hill, Lake Helen, and Pierson kind of share a seat.
Okay.
And it's rotated through representatives.
So currently, right now,
It's usually the mayor.
is it being represented by one of the other cities currently?
I think currently right now.
Okay. And so when that is time for a change, then we'll be notified of that and take our
I
turn?
don't
or-
understand.
Okay. So at this particular point in time, we don't need to address that any further?
Well, I think you do need to send them a name, something.
And it's
You don't
normally-
need to make a decision tonight, but you need to send them a name.
Okay. All right, that'll be fine. You send them my name. I guess it is. Okay, that takes care of those items. We're gonna move on to item 8, which is new business. If there's no other further discussion on what we just talked about. Item A would be the record room air conditioner. Randy, Councilwoman Pierson.
Do we have to make a motion for the new reappointed?
I'm not sure.
I think y'all should, yeah.
Okay,
I move to approve TPO Gray Leonard, CAC Karen Pittman, Volusia League of Cities Gray Leonard for the new board.
Second.
motion's made and seconded. Call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay. Now, thank you for that, Randy. I'm very rusty on my meeting. Okay, we're gonna move on to 8A, which is the record room's air conditioner, Councilwoman Randy Pierson.
We did get one bid that's in your package from Heritage back to record room air conditioner. It went out. All of the air conditionings are starting to not sure how long it's been out.
A while.
Yeah, a while. Anyways, we had talked about putting these mini splits in and getting some prices on them because we can install them as we're going and fixing rooms and stuff like that. Heritage gave us a price of $62.47.42, and they were getting another quote from someone else. They didn't make it here, so we may table this till next meeting.
Okay. Is there
Move the table.
Is there a second on that? Okay. All those in favor of tabling this to our next meeting, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. So carry table to the next meeting. But we definitely need to get some air conditioning in there and keep everything from getting damp, keep it preserved out there. Item number B, Councilwoman Lynn Richardson, moving our burn pile.
Yeah. As we all know, we've been hit pretty hard with, storm debris this summer, and burning the burn pile has been an ongoing event. And so initially, there was no problem getting a permit. We got to burn. Then as more and more things came in, they started declining because of, wind direction or whatever. So the schools play and the park play a major role in whether or not we're allowed to burn. So, and this has been, I've heard this over the years. Maybe it's time we think about moving the burn site to where the dumpster is on County Road 3 and putting the dumpster there or something. I don't know, just a thought.
I think that would be a good idea, because we're constantly getting turned down for burn permits in regards, well, we got 2 schools on both sides of it.
Correct.
The town has been turned down for burn
Oh,
permits?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. A lot recently.
Highway, park, airport.
The criteria is, it's amazing.
Wow.
As long as we have, enough open space for our dumpster.
Y'all think that we
To
do?
do that,
You'd have to burn it.
We'd have to clean up.
Someone in there to clear it for us a little bit more, 'cause right now, I just, at least around like where the dumpster area is, and you probably don't want it that close to the road, so I'd have Caleb go in there and clear it up. He knows all about that stuff, he knows how much room you need to have to burn and everything else.
And my question is, how many complaints are we gonna get out of those folks that live right there in the mobile home park and right across the street from there? I mean,
But that's only
The-
one
the
issue
preva-
we've
The
got.
prevailing wind is normally out of the east.
okay,
Our prevailing wind is out of the east,
Correct.
so it would be perfect.
as long as we
There,
have
well,
enough,
it's gonna be in somebody's yard, I'm sure, the smoke is.
as long as
whenever
we
you
have
burn it.
enough room there to, handle our needs.
You would have, like I said, you would have Caleb go and clear it up,
I think we've got enough acreage there. What?
so. We got plenty of acres there, it just needs to be cleared.
Right.
So we just need to have that area opened up and then we'll move our dumpster to where the
Curb pile is now.
So should we get some quotes and bring that back?
Yes.
Yes, let's
I
do.
think that's a good idea, get some quotes on clearing it up and, opening it up. I think that's a great idea. So we will, again, table this to our, hopefully our next meeting when we can get our quotes.
Move to table.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So carried, thank you. Item number 8C, new tires for the Kubota mower, Councilman Randy Pierson.
The boys need, 2 mowers need back tires, and I did they got me pricing on them, they're $179 a piece, 4 of them is $719, it's a little bit over our 500 limit, so
Right.
bringing
That's
it
right.
to you guys for approval.
Well, my opinion on that is we've got to have tires in the lawn, the grass mowed. And as much as we mow, I'm sure those tires were out.
Where is this from, Brandy? The quote?
It's from Amazon.
Amazon?
Kubota for $40 more tire.
Oh,
And can we install those tires ourselves, or would we need to get them?
We don't have no tire machine or nothing like that, I mean, you probably could.
Well, I mean, if we don't have the equipment, then I don't want to stop handling it, but
We've been bringing them to like, so we can bring them down here, Hot Wheels.
okay, yeah. I think that'd be the best thing to do, is have them, somebody put them on for us. Get it done like it should be done.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to let y'all know, we did use Hot Wheels, to fix his diesel Kubota, and they had it back in a day,
No, I
2 days.
dropped it off Friday and picked it up Thursday, so less than a week.
less than a week.
Was that the one had the leak, the oil leak?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And pulled off later out.
And they did a good job, so.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had it that smooth since it was brand new.
That's good.
Well,
I'll make a motion then that we, buy 4 new, back tires for our rotary cutters at the price of $719.18.
is there
I'll
a
second it.
seconded by, motion made by Vice Mayor Robert F. Freeman, seconded by Councilman Jimmy Anderson. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? So carried. And, item number 8D is, discussion of an extended warranty for our tractor. First line Smith.
Okay, so we had an emergency meeting a week and a half ago. We approved the purchase of a John Deere tractor. You guys asked about the warranty on it. It does come with a 2-year, 2,000 hour full comprehensive warranty from John Deere. They gave me a quote on an extended warranty. The quote for the extended warranty would go from 2-year, 2,000 hours to 5 years, 5,000 hours. And that quote price is $4,254. in addition to the, 46,500 and the loader. So,
And we're financing that, we're getting zero financing for 6 years, correct?
no, 5 years. 60
5 years,
5
60
years.
months? That would add $70 to the payment.
How, the normal warranty on that is 2 years, 2,000?
2 years, 2,000 hours, or 5 years, 2,000 hours on the drivetrain is the factory.
Okay.
5 years, 60. Yes, $70. That would add $70 to the payment. 5 years, 5,000 hours is quite a bit of hours.
5,000 hours is a lot of time.
It's a lot of time. I don't know how many hours a year we're putting on our tractor.
I don't know, but if it's out of warranty and we have an escapade with that tractor like we had with the old tractor.
I did see though where the actual loader is not covered, correct?
The loader is only covered by the factory warranty on it, which is, give me just a second, I gotta find it.
1 year.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
And that's covered under the factory.
Yeah, it's just a John Deere standard warranty. It says loader covered full warranty for 1 year they don't even offer an extended warranty on the loader.
Well, that's what it is now. Our loader on our current tractor, we won't fit the new tractor.
Yes, we made sure, did we not?
What?
The new tractor is
They said
compatible.
Ken from John Deere said it should. No
So
problem.
does the price of this tractor include the loader, or is the loader additional?
No,
The loader is additional.
So are we gonna try to use our existing loader if it will fit?
Just the gravel. Gravel. That says it'll fit, so.
They should be interchangeable.
If our existing loader will fit on the new tractor, why wouldn't we consider using that existing loader?
I think that's what the game plan was. Wasn't it?
Our whole load, no, I thought it was
Just a grapple? No, I think you're right. I think you are right. Yeah, that price that was quoted, the 46.5 is the tractor and the loader.
Yeah, it just doesn't include the bucket and the grapple. It
Right,
includes the actual.
right. Yes, it does not include the grapple or the bucket.
It includes
But
the
it does include the loader.
loader part, yeah.
Yes. All I know is these new tractors are like these new vehicles. They don't last very long. They're too complicated anymore. They're all electronic. And it might be smart for us to buy an extended warranty. I mean, I hate to, but I just had to buy a new truck and I bought an extended warranty on mine this time because it's ridiculous.
I think that's
Ridiculous.
probably a great idea. I know my brother Terry, he sold John Deere tractors for quite a while to the government, and they're having trouble with the DEF part and all that. And one thing he did tell me that on these new tractors, if it goes into the regen mode, if somebody's got to stay for 45 minutes and get paid overtime, they need to keep that tractor running until that regen mode is done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you cut it off during the regen mode, you're going to have something from John Deere come out and reset everything. It's going to cost you some money. So we need to keep that in mind too. If it does go into regen, we'll just have to keep it running until it's done. But I think the extended warranty would definitely pay for itself, or has a potential.
Well, I think so too. Ryan?
Before you make a motion, Christian might have to roll on this. There is one part of the tractor we didn't talk about, which is a canopy. The one that we ordered does not come with one. Do we need one?
We took one off the old one.
He told me it wouldn't fit.
Ours is adjustable.
It's adjustable?
Get that
Okay.
fit.
All right, never mind.
if it'll fit, and.
We can utilize it. We can use it.
Yeah, good deal.
Hydraulic hoses for the front end loader too. Because if not, we have to buy hydraulic hoses.
Right, yes, we do have to buy the hydraulic hoses.
We don't have to, because I took it one time at the old one.
Oh, okay, that's right. Good.
So, are we ready for a motion on this extended warranty? Chair would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that the council does purchase an extended warranty for, at a cost of $4,254. Yes, $4,254 for a period of 5 years or 5,000 hours.
There's a motion on the floor by the Vice Mayor to purchase this 5-year extended warranty for $4,254. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Randy Pierson. Ready for the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So carried. Thank you. My vote is aye also. Okay, since I'm brand new, did have something. This is not really an update. I want to hold this off till I can't put it on it's not on the agenda, so I will ask for it as an update. Do we know where we stand on the resolution that was passed? It was resolution 2021-11 about bringing some of our non-ADA compliant things around town into compliance.
I believe Ryan is working on some, what were you working on, Ryan? Some funding.
Well, it depends on
Grant.
what it is. I mean, some stuff in this building is ADA compliant. We install the door, opener, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We applied for the FERDAP grant for the parks to try to get funding for ADA compliant playground equipment. We still have to talk about renovating the community center to make those bathrooms ADA compliant, because in the meantime, we've been renting an ADA compliant porta potty for things like elections. But we had discussed that a while back and got quotes to renovate it, and then it just kind of got tabled and we never revisited it. So that's something we need to revisit. So it depends. There's ADA stuff all over town. Some things are in progress. Some things just got tabled. Some things have already been fixed. So it really just depends on, we'll have to look at the list and see what we've addressed and what we haven't.
But weren't we exploring some grants?
Trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one bathroom, the ladies' bathroom over there, I believe, was the one that we couldn't do anything with, correct? We'd have to make the front
It was
bend.
the air hammer.
Yeah. A lot of space taken up by other stuff in that bathroom. So I think we had discussed having a unisex ADA bathroom.
Right. Yes.
To do that, you're going to have to move the wall out.
Right.
2 feet. Mm-hmm. So it is going to require significant renovation.
I just want to make sure that we stay cognizant of that. And this was passed in December of 2021, and it was at that time it was kind of set up for like a 3-year plan. And I think you probably remember that, Molly. I just want to make sure we don't let it fall through the cracks. And that's it. I don't have any updates since I'm brand new on the council. So I'm going to forward this on to our town attorney, Christian Watt.
Right. I don't really have any updates. I want to congratulate the new members of the council and thank the former mayor for his decades of service to the town.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sally, for your service.
That's it, Mayor.
Okay. Mark, the town planner, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yes. Briefly, we are negotiating the water services contract with to us. So we're continuing to go back and forth with them. I think we're updated, or will be updating the last draft based on discussions between myself, Christian, and Ryan. And so I think Ryan has to send those markups back. And so hopefully we will have an agreement to bring to you very shortly. This month will be, we don't have any items for the planning commission meeting. Vaughn will be communicating with the chairman about canceling the planning commission meeting for the month of November. I was here on November 7th to meet with people who want to talk about their land use and zoning issues. And I will be back on the 21st of November, Thursday, 9 to 11:30 to talk to people about their land use and zoning issues.
We're gonna move on to old business, Councilwoman Lenny Richardson.
We discussed a while back, there by the motel, a tree went down on a vehicle, and, some of those trees on Short Street there are in bad shape. And there's some pictures of them in your packet. I mean, I know we don't need to spend the money right now, but there's a couple of them that I think need to be addressed. That are bad.
Why don't we,
But you know what? We got another storm coming, so
Yeah,
why don't we just wait? Let's just wait.
why don't we, hope we don't get the other storm, but yes,
But
I think it needs to be addressed. I agree with you 100%.
have you looked at them?
Yes.
And they are ours, I mean, is that?
Well,
it
that's
kinda
another
looks
thing.
like-
Well, so just as a
I mean,
recap, this is not the property that the trees are on. They're in the right of way, but they're not town property, correct? Yeah, so I mean,
Well, I don't know, there's one sitting in the middle of the.
The one in the middle of the
Right in
road
the middle of the road.
is the town.
oh, I see.
Yeah, that one is.
They
They're
Yeah.
divided
that's-
streets.
Yeah, that one is.
It doesn't really make a difference for, I think, the analysis, which is that you have the right to regulate your rights of way. You know, if there's a tree, you know, whatever it is, you're able to do what you need with that tree, regardless of whose property it is, if it's in the right of way, to be really clear. And the general rule is that if the tree is dead and it falls and does something, it's the liability of the owner who didn't cut the tree down, okay? But if the tree is alive and it falls down, it's
An act of God.
yeah, exactly, act of God. That's a good way of saying it. So that's
I
the
mean,
case here.
They're alive. per
And they don't
se.
look good. They don't look good to me.
That tree right there in the middle,
Yes.
I promise you it's rotten.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That
would
hole,
bet, it's
got a big hole in it and it's hollow.
I would bet that the other one is too, looking at this.
Yeah.
I have a question about the right of way right here on the side of the road. Do we know for a fact that that tree is actually on the right of way?
Right.
That's, I don't know, I don't know if they've been measured.
I mean, if it's not on the right of way, it's on the right of way. Okay. That answers that
So
question.
how do we determine what's the gospel truth of the right of way? How do we,
It's 60 feet
60 feet?
from the center of the road,
That's
30 feet each way.
30 feet each way.
But with that being like a split road there,
It's
I don't know
That's
the
what I'm
definition of the right of way on that one.
I don't either.
60 feet.
It's still the same.
It's still the same?
So is the right of way 60 feet on each lane, or is it 60 feet
No,
in the
60
middle of the
feet.
median?
The whole,
That's right.
the whole.
From
The
the
whole
center of the median.
pass of
The center of the
So
median.
Yes,
it's
correct,
30
correct,
30
correct.
feet either side of the median.
That's
of the
right.
median.
That's right.
From the center of the median.
Yeah.
If it's,
And it is within that 30 feet. Okay. Well, then I guess that's, on our road.
I agree with Councilwoman Richardson that, we may as well wait for maybe next meeting, see what this storm's gonna do.
I agree with that 100%.
Yes.
And but I think they do need to be addressed, but I
Yes, they do.
I think we can wait on it. So is there a motion?
Move the table.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Ready for the question? All those in favor of tabling to the next meeting, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is carried. Other business, councilman staff reports. I've pretty much gone over what I need to see on the old business. Vice Mayor, do you have anything?
I do. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to, at our next meeting, present our former mayor with a resolution of 37 years of dedicated service.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Dedicated service to the town of Pierson, and I would like to present that to him at our next regular meeting.
I think that's a wonderful idea. He's Mayor Bennett has served our town for a long time. I think
Long
that would
time,
be
yes.
outstanding to do
And would you write the resolution?
I can do that.
You can do the
Yep.
resolution? Okay,
that.
great.
Very good.
Okay, I think that's it for me.
I got nothing right now.
Councilwoman Lenny Richardson, you have anything?
I just want to thank, former Mayor Bennett for 37 years of service that has just been beyond stellar. You've done things for this town in the shadows that people have no idea of the efforts you went to for the citizens of this town. And I just want to personally thank you. That's all.
Randy Peters.
I have a few things. Have we heard anything about Fifth Avenue, the update from DOT? Have we heard anything from the engineers about that?
What road?
Fifth Avenue, that's the Fox Pen Road.
Yeah. Where the
Oh,
culvert
where
was
the
out.
culvert washed out, like the extension of Frederick Street.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Has its own name, we just spelled it out.
Yeah. I always thought it was the extension of Frederick Street.
It's not called the Fox Pen Road. It's
No,
Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
He said, when he said,
I mean, it's
when
been
they
a
would get back with
few
us.
weeks since we've met
Yeah,
with
it
them.
has.
I mean,
It's been.
I think he would have told us
What
something.
did they say? What did he said it'd be a few weeks?
Need to give him a call, Brian, and check the status of that. Please, sir.
I know there's been some activity up at 17 where that ditch
Yes.
touches up there just south of Pierson Supply. There was some state people there, I hear.
There.
So
What are all the flags on the road?
for that multi-use path.
I figured that. I figured that's what that was.
I stopped and asked, those surveyors about that, I think in the past week, and they go, we don't know, we're just surveying the DOT. I mean, maybe they just didn't want to say it.
But other than that, welcome
Thank
to you and Jimmy, Sammy, thank you for all of your help and support and leading me here, knowing what I was doing or giving me the help to do what I do. Thank you, Sammy.
And before we close, I'd also like to express my thanks to Mayor Bennett. He's been with us a long time, and your service is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for your kind words. And as I stated at our earlier meeting, I wish the new members of this board, I wish you success and big success for the community. And I'm sure y'all are going to do a great job. Thank you. good and welfare of the public. Is there anybody in the public that has anything they would like to
Our
argue?
mayor, I don't know. The town clerk, I don't.
You know, we did miss the town clerk.
Yeah, you missed.
I don't know if there was
My
anything.
point of order,
Yeah.
I apologize. Does the town clerk or the deputy clerk have anything they'd like to add?
The only thing I've got is in your packets, I included a copy of our personnel rules and regulations, which is our employee handbook. I think it's been updated here and there piecemeal, but I figured you guys might want it before we do an employee workshop. And probably the easiest thing to do is just review it and make notes and highlight where you've got questions. There's a couple sections that are missing. So just some stuff we got to address, but I wanted you to be able to have it before we set a workshop.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Now, let me back up. Point of order, thank you. Is there anybody in the public? Mr. Pulley.
This is Pulley at 363 North Pine Street. I've got something I want to add to the Pierson events. Ladies over at the Methodist Church are going to have a Christmas bazaar on Saturday, December 7th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's the Saturday after the Christmas party. They're looking for bakers and crafters and stuff like that for the bazaar. It's Saturday, December 7th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What? 6th, right?
The 6th is a Friday. Mary Kay.
Is there an update on North Road as far as the culvert?
They were hoping, to get to it by the end of
last month.
October.
Yeah.
But like he said, with the catastrophes that occurred with the storms, he said, yeah.
We are on the books.
Oh, absolutely.
We were on the books before this storm came.
Yes.
Anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna go, we have some Pierson events, listed on here, item number 12, with, Pierson Vendors Market is gonna be on, November 16th, 2024, from 9 to 2. Seville is having a tree lighting ceremony from 3:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. on November 30th. There's a Florida Christmas at the Pioneer Art Center in Barberville on December 14th from 9 to 4. And the Town of Pierson Community Association is going to have their annual Christmas event on December 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Is it going to be the 6th or the 7th? Okay, so December 6th, 2024, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It would be how many is that have we had in a row now, Mr. Mayor? Sammy,
I think it's the 10th.
10th, about 9th to 10th year, 10th. So,
Of course, since the association has been working, and one of the main considerations is we moved over to this new campus. So it's just, there's so much more you can do here, right, that we were kind of limited over tonight. It's just, each year is, I think it's a success.
it has been a success, and I would encourage everybody to spread the word and come out and enjoy the fun of festivities. We have next regularly scheduled council meetings are on Tuesday, November 26th, 6:30 p.m. and on Tuesday, December the 10th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Being no further business.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Real quick. The Scarecrow competition, how many participants did we have and who won? Could somebody help me?
Yay.
I think that was
Kids campus, yeah.
Kids campus one, and varsity and first one.
Well, good. Well, congratulations to the winners.
Wow.
Yeah, good job.
That scarefree contest has become quite a pretty
Yes,
good
it
deal over
is.
the last couple of years.
It has.
I think everybody enjoyed it. Does anybody else have anything else? No further business, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.